Hi, this is Carlos Cousins, and the following literary narrative question is asking for yet another hero word in context for this passage. The meaning of, or I guess the purpose here, of no jail was ever more secure in lines 39 to 40. Let's go ahead and read a sentence before and after. So that would begin here with the word I. I was not quite sure whether they had locked the door, and when I dared to move, I got up and went to see. Okay, you always want to read a sentence before and after here. It looks like the whole purpose here is that we're going to go see whether or not the door has been locked. All right? No jail was ever more secure. So it looks like we're not talking about a real jail here. This seems to be a metaphor. This jail seems to represent, maybe a comparison here between a jail's security and the security of the Red Room. Actually, depending on how you read it, it could be both. I like the latter a little bit better, that the Red Room is just as secure as any other jail. Or I guess as the most secure of all jails. So, all right, that's what we're saying. And then returning, I had to cross before the mirror. Not really related anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and consider the answer choices. Express a childish hyperbole from a young character. Well, this is definitely a hyperbole in that, it's doubtful that that room really was as secure as the most secure jail, even at the time period. It's just a room in a house. And it did come from a young character. But whether or not it's childish is hard to say. It does seem to be pretty true to her experience right now that she can't get out to the same extent that a prisoner can't get out of a jail. Um, well, in that sense here, this comparison is, yes, it's hyperbolic and it comes from a young character, but it's not necessarily childish. You would have to assume here that she's being immature in her comparison. It doesn't seem like it from the passage or the way that she presents it anyhow. So we can get rid of that. Express anger at being chastised. Well, this one is really tough. If you avoided selecting this because the word chastise can also mean punishment, that would have been okay. She's not here because she's being punished. She's here because too many people came to visit and they ran out of space. But do keep in mind, chastise also has another meaning. Chastise can also just mean a reprimand, or somebody just, you could be reprimanded for something that you're not necessarily guilty for here, that you didn't do anything wrong. Maybe it isn't punishment for something, it's just somebody mistreating her. So this does look like a good answer choice because of that other meaning of chastise. Very tough one. Insult to Jane's aunt. We're not insulting Jane's aunt. We're talking about how secure the room is. And you could say that maybe Jane's aunt secured it, or fastened the lock or whatever. But even then, we don't know that that's meant as an insult necessarily. Again, you'd have to assume that that's what she means. It's a sort of inference maybe, but we don't know that. Give more details of Jane's punishment. Again, she's not being punished here. She didn't do anything wrong. Um, Visitors came over, so she got put in this room. So that makes answer choice B here the best answer. Hope that helped with this problem, and happy prepping.